Hey, it's Brain Muffin back, and welcome to another article reading. So today we've got this is interesting. So in all full disclosure, I'm recording this on an 8-year-old iMac. So 27-inch iMac I've had for a long time, and still, so far, things are working on it. Do Apple products warrant their premium price in 2018? I'm going to say, before I even read this article, they're probably going to be talking more about iPhones and computers. But some of their computers and some of their iPhones, yes. But most of them, no. The top end, especially the stuff for the iMac Pro, the announced Intel W CPU that they're utilizing and stuff like that, where the CPU itself is $1,400 if you were to buy it OEM'd. Yeah, you're going to have to, keeping that thing cool and all that other stuff. But so much of they're missing so much of the market. Anyway, I was recently in a Linux Square mall in Atlanta and visited the Microsoft store. Microsoft store, garbage. Apple store and a pop-up Amazon shop. As I wandered through all three of them, I began to ponder the state of each company when I looked ahead to the next generation of consumer technology. As I walked through each of them, this thought kept popping in my head. Do Apple products warrant their premium price tag? And now hopefully they're going to compare the actual engineering of these things and not just the specs, because that's what a lot of times happens. But some of that engineering has already been paid for. When I walked through, I saw roughly the same core products that I had a few years ago. The Mac is a stagnant platform. Not really. The problem is they're insane. They don't want to come out with a new Mac Pro and this insanity about no upgrades and stuff like that. It's not really stagnant. It's kind of stupid. The iPad is still running a blown up Phone OS. Yeah, sort of. Under Tim Cook has certainly been innovative in lots of ways, yeah, on their marketing, unfortunately. They're becoming Microsoft, is what they're becoming. Most of which is their processor, their iPhone, okay? But that's where their money is. This is why they spend so much time there. The store is massive, well-staffed with idiots, and there are tons of consumers everywhere. All the products were on display, but the walls were covered with accessories for its products. The accessory ecosystem, all right, yeah. Again, this is kind of like the razors, right? They Gillette and everybody, they lose money on that initial eraser, but they make it up when you buy blades. And I'm not in the conspiracy that they make the blades crap to not last as long. But anyway, buying a premium price, they all carry premium prices. Yep. Products which had, yeah. When I browsed through the Microsoft store, with probably nobody in it, I saw their line of Surface laptops. I'm not going to pretend that I consider buying one of them because I don't enjoy using Windows at all. I don't either, especially Windows 10. Windows 10 is just horrible. I can reach their willingness to take chances with a form factor, though it wasn't as busy as the Apple Store. Of course not, because, there's Microsoft's the best craps available everywhere. Still plenty of customers in there. That's good. And I'll look at the Surface laptops, especially the ones with detachable keyboards. It's because the Apple sees the iPad. The iPad is, in many ways, a large phone. That's why the user experience is very similar. When I browse Amazon pop-up shop, I saw a company who is committed to building out its Alexa. Yeah. And I saw a company who isn't as concerned with growing its device average selling price for every single product, but rather a company who wants to grow its average devices per user metric more than anything. Yeah, that's true. And playing with their tablets, they were nowhere near as polished as an iPad, but they weren't bad for the price. I'm bullish on Amazon going forward. And I'm just going to skip through this article. This article is just boring the crap out of me. So this is at 9to5mac.com. By the way, the next 10 years, yeah, no matter what prediction you make, I can guarantee it won't be right. Walk through these stores. I've been thinking of the 10 years of consumer technology, but so much Apple had to do build tools. I'm discussing buying 50 laptops with Apple right now. I don't trust the MacBook keyboard and the MacBook Air is long in the tooth. Yeah, that's true. Again, this is where they're not innovating. They're not keeping. They have this insanity. They want to keep that very thin form factor, and some of the newer processors are too hot for that. Apple TV is great, but it runs essentially the same apps as devices that are a third of the cost. It's going to snail's pace. That's true. Again, they're not innovating. That's the biggest problem. Is they're just kind of keeping on. You put a bean. Tim Cook is a bean counter, and so he is not going to take any chance ever. He just wants just tiny stepwise refinements of the products because they've been proven. I know I'm not reading the article anymore because I don't give a crap. Competitors are getting a lot better at hardware and software. Apple seems to be focused on raising ASP on its products. Yeah, as long as, again, but I bet Jeff Bezos has a team working on the next Amazon Fire phone. The first one was terrible, but Amazon has made a lot of great products since then. What happens? Amazon comes out with $399 Fire phone that's tied heavily into Alexa and it's connected home products. I don't have any of those come. What if includes all the major apps? Yeah, well, that's fine. This sound like Apple in 2000. Doesn't seem. Wait a minute. So back in 2012, Johnny Ive said, or Ivy, I guess, we are really pleased with our revenues, but our goal isn't to make money. It sounds a little flippant, but it's true. It's the truth. Our goal. Does that sound better? Our goal and what makes us excited to make great products. Yeah, our goal and what makes us excited is to make great products. And it helps if I put the verb in there. If we are successful, people will like them. There's a comment. If we are operational competent, we will make money. And this is Simon Sinek's idea. Well, it's not his idea. He kind of collaborated together. But the whole thing about starting with why, this is what Apple used to be. No, it does not sound like Apple in 2018 because a bean counter is running it. When you put an accountant as a CEO, this is exactly what you get, exactly what we're seeing with Apple now. The only thing they care about is share price, and they're not going to take any chances at all. They're going to be very small, minute changes, some of which are going to be, good, and some of which will be, who cares? Yeah, I still have an iPhone, but I have an old iPhone 5, I think, maybe a 6, but I'm not sure I still have the affection for the. I don't, but I like the OS. I like that the Mac OS is Unix based. I know it's BSD, okay, fine, but it's Unix. And when I have to use Windows, I really miss being able to do stuff, and this is why I put Segwin on Windows machines that I have to use so I can have a Bash command line. Microsoft isn't really making any headway either on anything, but I find it interesting. Unless I missed it, he never really answers the question. I don't think it is. The products that they're coming out with don't make large enough, and I think maybe this is why the prices are so high. They're making back what small R&D they're doing. This whole nonsense with, you got to buy a MacBook Pro with all of the memory and everything. You can't upgrade anything anymore. Same with the iMacs. I think the iMacs you can change memory still, but the iMac Pros you cannot. It's just dumb. And, but they're a huge company. But yeah, they have definitely lost their way, and it's mostly this guy's fault right here. And because he's a bean counter, he needs to be removed. Say, hey, you've had your time. Let's get someone with a vision to run the company. But they didn't learn before with Jobs, and then they fired him, and he came back, and then he kept them going. But I don't know. But I don't think they're worth the money. And I don't know if you can call me a fanboy, but I would love to be able to put my own Mac together and license the OS just like I can do with Windows, and it'd be awesome. But no, they insist on being their own thing, and that's why they're always losing market share, even though they have a superior product in OS and their layouts. So, all right, thanks for stopping by. What do you think? Do you think the Apple products aren't worth it? Do you think even the Android products are worth it? They're expensive too. All this stuff's getting more and more expensive. Is it worth it? Not worth it? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for sharing, and we'll see you later. Goodbye.